What if Jaguar's most daring concept in decades isn't just another electric GT, but a cultural lightning rod, a silent declaration of luxury, or the moment the brand quietly sacrificed its soul? The Type 00 first appeared at Miami Art Week 2024, an ethereal shapeshifter of metal and restraint, then re-emerged under the Goodwood sun in July 2025. No grille to announce its presence, no rumbling engine to break the hush, only a manifesto. Copy nothing, delete ordinary. Some call it a breakthrough in electric elegance, others see erosion, a betrayal of nearly a century's identity. So which is it? Let's explore how 10 elements of this vehicle, engineering ambition, strategic reinvention, cultural discord, paint a portrait of Jaguar's future, and ultimately decide whether Type 00 is an evolution or a departure. Jaguar's story begins in 1922, rooted in both British grace and mechanical ingenuity. Malcolm Sayre's E-Type remains one of the most iconic automotive sculptures ever created, its curves and purpose unmatched. That DNA flowed into the stately XJ and decades later into the visceral F-Type, which reawakened Jaguar's emotional appeal with its distinctive exhaust rasp and aggressive posture. But in recent years, the brand's momentum stalled. Under Tata's ownership since 2008, Jaguar lost its place in a crowded luxury landscape. Sales dwindled and the lineup aged uneasily. Then in November 2021, Jaguar announced electrification by 2025, and not as a future trend, but as urgent necessity. No XE, no XF, no F-Type. Instead, a radical pivot. Internal combustion would yield to electric power almost overnight. This was not cautious tinkering, it was Project Roar, an $18 billion bet on silence. And the Type 00 concept was the first signal from the new direction. Bold, uncompromising, and unmissable. But this isn't just a design sketch, it's performance engineered into form. Built on Jaguar's electric architecture, it targets a WLTP range of nearly 480 miles. That's real-world potential, not hyperbole. Under its sculpted hood hides a quad-motor arrangement delivering 956 horsepower, torque at all four wheels for precision handling that defines modern aspiration. Its aerodynamic silhouette, a modern boat-tail shape, channels air with poetic efficiency. Underbody fairings, hidden handles, flush wheel arches, all reduce drag to an estimated 0.21 coefficient. That's not just for looks, it's for speed, range, and refinement, all at once. Materials serve purpose as well as prestige. Carbon fiber panels shed weight, recycled aluminum supports rigidity, and acoustic glass cocoons the cabin in silence. And speaking of the cabin, it trades physical buttons for minimalist displays and places a brass spine down the center aisle, an artistic statement that carries a tactile elegance once reserved for luxury interiors. Every curve and contour says this is EV, but not as you've met it before. That's essential because Jaguar needs reinvention. They aim this concept at tomorrow's buyers, those who prize statement-making design and immersive tech as much as numbers on the spec sheet. At over 100,000 pounds, this is no volume model. It's a halo, a vision of what a Jaguar could be and what it should evoke. In doing so, they've risked tradition. The roaring engines, handcrafted interiors, the weight of history, none of that is apparent here. Critics ask, where's the sound? They say it looks more like a console in a futuristic game, but its supporters appreciate the intent, the cohesive design, the quiet conviction. And that split between familiarity and novelty is no accident. Timing magnifies tension. With ECE sales plummeting by 97.5% in Europe after combustion models were halted, Jaguar's identity is in question. Is that drop a symptom of EV transition or of alienating core fans? They say production gaps, skeptics see brand dissonance. Because the Type 00 is more than a luxury car. It's a cultural bellwether. It challenges generational assumptions about automotive identity. It proposes that minimalism, architectural rigor, and even silence can be the new opulence. In a world where design disciplines, fashion, tech, art intersect, Jaguar is asking, can cars be curated like exhibitions? The automotive world is paying attention. Top designers acclaim its daring cohesion. Journalists admire the balance, yet wonder if this is still Jaguar. Competitors already in the EV GT space, Porsche, Mercedes, Lucid, see it as a statement. Here is a challenger willing to play the long game. In boardrooms and showrooms, the whisper of Type 00 is already influencing strategy. Behind the concept stage, Jaguar is quietly working on making this philosophy real. Expect elements of its design, sleek rears, hidden handles, minimalist interiors to surface in the 2026 sedan and upcoming SUVs. That potent quad-motor layout, it may become the backbone of performance models that rival Tesla Plaid or Lucid Sapphire. If Type 00 is a spike, it's one aimed at both brand and market. It asks, can we accomplish both daring design and delivering luxury? But there are risks. Camera mirrors, brass trim, they're bold, but can they pass safety tests, hit cost targets, translate to production viability? Does the market want six-figure EVs without heritage cues, without roar, without ceramic leather, without legacy? And amidst a crowded field of electric luxury, can this truly stand out? If it succeeds, Jaguar reclaims relevance, not through retrograde tendencies, but through creative audacity. They'd prove that luxury EVs can be emotive, sculptural, emotional. If it fails, it may fracture Jaguar's identity, leaving behind only technical notes and pundit critiques, while the loyalists slip away. So, what do you see? A bold resurrection or a risky detour that costs them authenticity? Imagine yourself behind the wheel of Type 00. Would its silent presence, architectural swirl, and provocative whisper resonate? Or would you miss the growl, the leather warmth, the symbolic badge? Jaguar has stepped into the future, riveting, risky, resolute. But will that vision endure when the four-door electric GT arrives in 2026? We'll find out whether Type 00 was a touchstone masterpiece or a beautiful whisper lost to history.